good to start.
Thanks, Will. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Tuesday, January 6th, 2026 council meeting, and Happy New Year to everyone. And we're going to start with the disclosure of pecuniary interest. We'll move on to staff reports. Councillor Foote.
None for me, thanks.
Councillor Chalavinko.
None for me today, thank you.
Councillor Scott.
No.
Councillor Kirky.
No.
Oh,
No.
there can only just.
So ignorant.
Okay. I'll be quick. So this is from the East Home for the aged, and this is our last meeting just before Christmas. So operational items, strategic planning for employees, preliminary report expected the end of January. There was a flu outbreak declared December 15th. So it was COVID the month before, and now it's flu. Receive funding under the Local Priorities Fund for nursing equipment, beds, dementia care staff, and training, totaling $180,722. So that was a good boost. An insurance follow-up, the carrier no longer provides for the administration or the board. So they're working on getting coverage for the people involved with the board. It's just something that they're not doing anymore. And the new application to Microsoft for recognition of a nonprofit declined again. Budget to actual report November 2025. One-time funding opportunity, seniors community grant program, investigating options, how this would serve seniors in the community. Applications are due December 18th, 2025. Continued recognition and appreciation for volunteers. Building maintenance and capital work, still troubleshooting the HVAC system. Hopefully by spring, before it gets hot, things get better on that. We put the elevator upgrades on hold till after the holidays, so nothing was down over the vacation. Fire panel design work is 99% complete. Invitation to bid to go out in December or early January. Clarification has been requested on the implementation work and downtime for the alarm, awaiting for a response. Nurse call design is substantially completed. Two-way communications into residents' rooms, necessities, purchase of phone licenses, working to understand the impact on the project and if it will expedite phase 2 project phones and TV services for residents' rooms. TV systems investigation is still ongoing, and telephone internet investigation options for both delayed. Front parking lot lights project has been delayed, and hot water tank pending replacement. Policy updates, critical incidents were reported to the ministry, and Ministry of Long-Term Inspections began November 17th. Public inspection report will be December 9th. That's all I got. There's 132 residents. You had asked the last meeting, so there's 100.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
Thank you.
that's all I got.
Do you want to mention Dan's written report?
Oh, yes. And we have Dan's written report on our grader. I don't know if everybody had a look at it.
This will be on the next agenda for council to make a decision and discuss the options. Move it forward in our capital forecast.
Thank you. So I need a mover and a seconder. Foot. So Chalavinko. that the minutes of the regular council meeting held December 16th, 2025 be adopted as published. All in favor?
Okay, this is your action.
Okay. And I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Kirky. Councillor Scott. That the Township of Nipissing holds 2 advanced poll voting dates. Advanced poll 1, Township office, Saturday, October 10th, 2026, from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Advanced poll number 2, Commander Community Center, Saturday, October 17th, 2026, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. for the 2026 municipal election. All in favor? And I need a mover and a seconder. So Pinko. We approved the January 2026 newsletter for circulation as presented. All in favor? Well done, everyone. Did a good job on it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Kirky. That we authorize attendance at the 2026 municipal conference as follows. Federation of Northern Ontario Municipalities, May 11th to the 13th, 2026, held in Timmins. Dave Yem, Shelley Foote, Steve Kirky, Lisa Chalapinko, and Kristen Langleiter. All in favor?
I'll write on the names if you want to just
Oh,
get
okay,
it started.
yeah. So I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Foote. That we authorize Crisscross Carry Hodgson's. That's good enough for now, and I can finish this, or you'll write on.
Whichever you choose.
Okay, to attend the Municipal Tract Northeastern Fire Education Conference held March 27th, 2026 in Huntsville. So it's for the day.
It's 1 day.
One day.
It's just you going?
Well,
So
no,
far.
I'm asking who would like to.
Oh, it was amazing
Yeah.
last year.
go
It was
for it?
amazing.
Steve?
No, I thought Will was going to that.
He is.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
This is, yeah, that's more for him.
Helping organize it.
It looks really beneficial for him, actually.
It'll be Friday.
Okay.
It's Friday?
Friday?
March 26th. Right?
It was very.
It was.
Yeah, they have the one section that they use for municipal leaders. And it's an eye opener.
We got another jam-packed session this year too.
Yeah, I saw that. I was reading up on it. What
Yeah.
time do we have to be there?
So the amended part is Perky, Shelley Foot, and Dave Yem. All in favor? Mover and a seconder. Perky. Counselor Scott. That we authorize the submission of the 2026 Summer Employment Opportunities Grant. All in favor?
No, that's not the same as the,
There's a federal grant, and there's a provincial grant, these are for students.
yes,
Mhm.
okay, and that is for
Museum, right?
Museum.
No, I don't think Works gets those.
No, we try to apply, I believe, for the federal, but it's not covered under the provincial,
This,
what they allow.
yeah, this one is they have the certain priorities that you can apply for under the provincial. This one for the summer employment opportunities is the provincial grant. It comes out for a short window, so it came out just before Christmas, and they have certain priorities, tourism, culture, and two other. And so it works for the museum student.
Yeah, that fall right in there.
So I need a mover and a seconder. Counselor Foot. Counselor Chalafinko. That we authorize the extension of the Powassan and District Union Public Library Agreement to February 28th, 2026. All in favor?
It's with the meeting for the CAOs and the mayors.
yes.
Yes.
Did you get, I gave you some new, did you get the new numbers I gave you? The population numbers? Did it give to you?
I haven't received any population numbers yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything new. I'm still actually going through the stuff you gave me.
Oh, okay. I have it, so
Okay,
if,
yeah, if you wanna just pass that on to me during office hours is fine. And then once we have the meeting set, we're still waiting to hear back.
Yeah.
I'll follow up with that tomorrow when I circulate the rest.
Okay, we'll move on. So Kim did up a report. Has everybody had a chance to read it? Employee benefit package renewal. Everybody's good. So I need a mover and a seconder. Perky. That the 2026 employee benefit plan offered by Canada Life through Meldrum Horn be expanded to include a health savings account for an increase of $6,500 plus applicable taxes and fees. All in favor? Okay. Superintendent McGinnis and Deputy Treasurer Turnbull did a report for us on our landfill electronic card system. Has everybody read it?
yes.
Discussion.
Will the cards, they'll be at the gate?
They'll be in your car.
you'll have a card, it's like
Yeah.
a credit card,
Yeah,
and then when you go in, swipe it through the interact machine, and it'll like
It will track the number
the
of
number
bags
of bags.
that you're disposing of.
And it'll take, we're gonna say it's like money, but it's not, it's the bag count, and then it just deducts the bag count. The number of bags you bring in, it deducts off your limit.
We're putting a limit on people now?
We're not, we have to put some kind of number there so it'll work.
But it will not limit anybody. It will be far exceeded than what we track from each person's card each year.
So why do we need to change it at all?
We having trouble with people
Hours of work, sorry.
losing their dump cards. Like,
But what if they lose their electronic card?
well, then if they don't keep it with their driver's license, they should, they can buy a new electronics card and then the card they have will be disqualified. So you can't say to your friend, there's your dump card. I know you don't live here, but
Could you just not use your ID? Could you not have an ID?
So
No.
what happens now in the landfill is they manually track your card number and how many bags, and then one of us in the office has to tally that sheet and enter it every day. So that's hours and hours of work. And those numbers have to go to, at the year end, they go to ACOM and they use them in their year end reports. So they have to be as accurate as possible. This will make that automatic. We had 42 cards.
There was 48 cards.
48 cards last year, so that means that's 48 pages in the book that we keep of all of the card numbers that has to be changed at the landfill. They're supposed to be checking that book every time somebody comes in to make sure that it's a valid card.
And it's easier for us to track, yes, valid cards. And this Bear Creek only has 4 years left on it, so we're really trying to protect
Yeah.
it.
It's about preservation. It'll also allow us, if we want to, download the numbers to see how many are going in. When a new homeowner comes, it allows us to take the card number from that the previous owner now and cancel that card right away, so that card doesn't get passed along. And cancel it and issue a new card to the new homeowner and load that number on and issue it out to them. Sometimes new residents will contact us right away and we'll hold it in the office for them to pick it up. Often we mail it out and they get it right away. It doesn't take long for them to get it to them. And it saves us having to, when we do it, we are tracking it and emailing that information out to the landfill. So sometimes there can be a crossover where they don't realize the card's been canceled, a new one's been issued, and then a new card's coming into the landfill, not realizing an old one that has been canceled. The current costs, instead of them reoccurring each year, will just occur in this 1 year, in 2026, instead of us having to upload. The cost will substantially decrease for the amount of times for administrative times to do it. But yes, we will still have to upload the card, but it will be considerably less than it is each year after year. The postage cost to send the cards out, even though they're a heavier card, we tested it out in the office with a tax bill, a newsletter, and a new card in an envelope. It's the same cost as mailing out what we're doing. So we're not anticipating any additional cost. It's just the initial startup. But the cost savings from having to enter those sheets on a monthly basis, or sometimes when the office time doesn't allow, it's getting done at the end of the year. So we have that information for waste diversion and for pension. Then it becomes a scramble to get it in so that we have that information.
And the reload isn't like, you bring your card and we reload it. It's just done broadly
Yes.
from the office.
It's done, the residents don't have to do anything.
Right.
It's seamless, it's done each year. There's a number of municipalities that have electronic cards, Bonfield, Strong, Sunridge, Jolly, as well as Ryerson, and it's all remote uploads where they change those cards and upload it, the number, the amount each year, so that they reset it to 0. So then they can start tracking each year the amount going into the landfills to have more accurate amounts going into their landfill for accuracy.
Does this work for the recycling too?
No, recycling is, you can bring as much in as you want. It's just
Yes.
this is just for the garbage.
Just for the waste.
okay, so how many paper cards, extra paper cards you figure are floating around out there that potentially being used?
We figured quite a few, and this is why, one of the main reasons we were bringing this forth.
So you're trying to make an overall cost down the road of potential landfill closure.
Landfill
because
preservation.
of- Yeah,
And yes, I mean, my biggest concern is Bear Creek, well, both of them too, but Bear Creek, we're on borrowed time.
yeah.
So I want it just for our residents,
How close are we to the expansion on that?
where I'm gonna reach out to Pinch, and I gotta reach out to them here this week, and I will see where they're at with that.
Friday, I was at the office, we were discussing this, and the phone rang, because Kim had just said, you wouldn't believe the amount of people that lose their dump cards, and the phone rings, so she goes to the phone. Yes, and you've lost your dump card, like, hey, and then you had to call, what are the dump hours? Well,
But then you can't go in without an electronic card, so there's no backup. I mean, we have 4 vehicles in our house that go to use the landfill. And we struggle with the current system. That we have to swap that card around. It's easy to happen to get lost.
And what we do when we get those calls in the situation, because we will often have people say that they have family cottages, it's shared between family members.
Mhm.
And we do empathize and we understand, and I will always say, you know, find somewhere in the house, a spot on the fridge, a certain shelf, that card is always left at, so that everybody has access to it. I have an electronic card that I use where I live, and it's kept on the same shelf. And so that at least then whoever, whatever vehicle we go to use or whomever is going can take it. It will be different. We'll have some people that will come in to get their new landfill card and they'll say, I have all these other ones, and people have saved them. And there's some people that, you know, have them from years gone by, and there are other people that will say, oh yeah, I've lost it again. So it's not everybody, but we are trying to preserve the landfill. And our other recommendation is if people do need to come in to receive a new card, is that there's a replacement fee for it. So that it's not, well, rather than looking for it, there's an accountability for it. And you'll see many of the municipalities that do have cards, is that there is a replacement fee for those cards, those permits that they have, whether they're electronic or not.
it's a lot of extra work for the office staff at the time that they shouldn't have to do.
And
We're just
now-
gonna make our residents more accountable
Yeah.
and think twice. And I think that's a big piece of the puzzle, right? Like you know, if I'm walking in and I'm watching them reach in 2 bags and away you go, I'm gonna think twice before I take that second bag next time. That's just how my brain works. Cause now I know. It's a thought process, right?
My previous job, I usually averaged 2 non-residents try to use the landfill in my previous job all the time. Because it was more convenient to go to that one than it is to go to the other municipality.
And we have a neighboring municipality that doesn't have a landfill.
Right.
That's right.
And
it's
that's a
huge.
common
It's a
issue for us, for
huge-
residents.
We literally have to take the garbage cans out of sight, out of mind, because people will dump, because
So,
Yeah.
non-residents can't get into the landfill, so they find the local business and dump.
They're going to do that.
Well,
They're gonna do it on the side of our
Well,
highways, and they're gonna do, if they can't get into the dump.
Yeah.
And what we do when that happens, because it happens here, is we investigate the garbage and we report it to the police and we have them dealt with. That's all we can do.
And they don't do anything. I've been a part of this. I'm a huge advocate for
I've laid charges.
Yeah, we
illegal
laid-
I've
dumping.
laid 4 charges in 2025
Yes,
for dumping illegal garbage.
and we've had the police follow up with,
$700?
Depends on what it is and
so
Okay,
it's all about just, feel about it, because right now, when we issue those cards, every single time we do interim tax bills, we print the labels individually, we put them on the cards, and then we write down the card number. And then we make the new spreadsheet. A lot of it can be moved over from the previous year. And then we staple them to the actual bill. So this way, we'll just be including one card in the interim tax bill, and that's with you until you lose your card. And that will save hours, but it's that tallying and reporting at the end of the year that,
Cause
That's
now,
where-
now you want a spreadsheet at the end of the year.
and it's automatic.
It's automatic.
Now that takes at least 8 to 10 hours per month. to do the right thing, to get it in there, and that's what we need to do, because tracking that landfill is very important to the life of the landfill.
Which I appreciate, absolutely.
So I need a mover. Scott? Joe, thank you. That the Township of Nipissing implement electronic card use system for the township landfill sites in 2026 with an effective date of April 1st, 2026. All in favor? I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Foot. Nico. You passed bylaw 2026-01 being a bylaw to enter into an agreement for a municipal facilities maintenance person for the Township of Nipissing. Read this first, second, and third time and passed on the 6th day of January 2026. All in favor?
This person now a town employee? Or contract job?
And I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Scott. Councillor Kirky. That we pass bylaw number 2026-02 being a bylaw to provide an interim tax levy. Read this first, second, third time and passed on the 6th day of January 2026. All in favor?
Interim bills will be printed on the new municipal software.
They looked at
A little bit, but not much. You should do much of it.
Correspondence. Federation of Northern Ontario Municipalities supporting the North is essential in strengthening Canada's economy, infrastructure, and communities. And 2, Ministry of Natural Resources, Bill 27, Resource Management and Safety Act 2025, approved amendments to the Forest Fire Prevention Act. Association of Municipalities of Ontario.
and I called. So on the MNR fire prevention,
Yep.
I called Chief Bateman and discussed it, and he hadn't even gotten it across his desk, which is wrong. He should have been the one bringing it to us.
Our contact at the M&R don't even know about it yet.
Oh, okay. So Will and I already had this discussion about this. Because it's my background too, so I had some questions and went, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sorry, Will. So the fire marshal's office and then the MNR should step up to the plate and start informing their fire chiefs before they, so they can bring it to us.
Yeah.
Because that would be the proper protocol.
Well, they're asking for more authority and more power. It says here, authority, more power, new power, and they can't even communicate with us over this. What makes us say we're gonna agree to this in the end?
Well, it's going to be something like the next item on here.
I agree.
Okay, Association of Municipalities of Ontario policy update submission on the proposed regional where do they go? Consultation of consolidation of conservation authorities. And the next one's the same, they just come from other municipalities.
There were several.
Yeah, there's several of them,
They're angry.
My concern.
yeah, but we're not a member.
We're not a member.
Well, I know, but as an SPA member, I still have kind of an inside track on what they're doing. And my concern is that by consolidating this, you're gonna have these large authorities and smaller communities like us are gonna lose our voice at the table.
Exactly.
That's a major concern of mine. And when you look at Oxford County, Blue Mountain, Meaford, these are old conservation authorities that were started by local people to protect their local waterways. And they're going to lose the handle on that. And if you've been into these places, you can see that they've done some amazing jobs at reclaiming waterways that were not good, you know, and because of the work that they did, they've reclaimed some waterways and put fisheries back in place that had gone bad.
And the reasoning is to expedite building, which is the last thing we want to do in our conservation authorities. So this is an absolute overreach.
Yeah, they have so many lately.
And I get it, that like the North Bay Manawa Conservation Authority had its challenges in the last 4 or 5 years. And I get it that conservation authorities like that are what caused this. But there are some really good conservation authorities out there that are gonna lose their foothold and they're gonna lose their voice. So,
Well, when this comes up at AMO, they're gonna have to leave it once, yeah.
They've actually made some suggestions, so what we can do as a municipality is we can endorse
Yes, and,
AMO's
yeah,
recommendations if that's what he wants to do. And
if we
their
could,
recommendations are.
yeah, if we could bring that up at the next,
Do that,
and we can make a motion to endorse.
certainly.
the same with Bill 27, when we're in Huntsville at the fire conference, that should be brought up. That's the time that it should be
Yeah.
tabled.
Is the
And,
minister gonna be there?
And maybe
well,
speak,
fire marshal, everybody, like,
and maybe speak to the fact that this line of communication is backwards, and how come those that are actually doing the job aren't being consulted during the recommendations?
yeah, our fire chief knows nothing about it, and we're telling him the story about it.
In my opinion, it was a breach of chain of command.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
To be brought up in
I
Huntsville.
have a board meeting coming up, so
Okay,
we'll
See if
table
they
that.
can
Yeah,
have
good,
somebody
thanks,
for them to talk to.
yeah. Yeah, like names, who is the person? Resolution Corporation of the City of Brantford for the reform and publication of the Ontario Sex Offender Registry, which we had on our last one as well, and the minutes from the Golden Sunshine Municipal Nonprofit Housing Corporation held November 18th, 2025. Need a mover and a seconder?
We talk
Oh,
about
this
this,
number 6.
is it even in here? I don't think it's like in here. The 82,000. Planet
Oh,
Youth
we did.
Nipissing,
Sorry?
Planet Nipissing, Planet Youth Nipissing.
Yes, no,
distributes
we did
82,000.
bypass that. We got talking.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I just didn't see,
Yeah.
I didn't even see a sheet on it.
We'll make sure it gets circulated to council.
Sorry, yeah,
I thought when we were looking at the package in the office, it was in there though. Yeah,
We'll see what happened to it.
it is.
And we will make sure it gets circulated.
there's not a lot to the next one, my apologies.
It's okay. Do you know what it was?
It's a community, safe, health and well-being safety plan that, they talked about, we heard about it at Phenom and that, but there's more to it in the report. I didn't read all of the highlights for it, so it's best to wait for the report to come out, so we'll put it back on the agenda for next time.
Moved by Councillor Turkey, seconded by Councillor Scott, that we receive the correspondence report as presented. All in favor? Need a mover to seconder? Councillor Foot. Councillor Chilipinko. That the statement of accounts dated December 15th, 19th, 20th, 23rd, 29th, and 31st totaling $164,411.24 be approved. All in favor?
Sounds good.
I need a mover and a seconder. That we pass bylaw number 2026-03, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the council at its meeting held January 6, 2026. Read this first, second, and third time and passed on this 6th day of January 2026. All in favor?
Time is 7:08.
Need a mover, a seconder. Councillor Foot. The meeting be adjourned at 7:08 PM. Next regular council meeting to be held January 20th. All in favor?